Hey guys, so this video is long overdue. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I never get around to it, and I suppose now's the time to do it. This is a new showcase of Relentless Frontier HD. So this is the performance pack, and basically with the original version of this, it was very hard to run. I designed it on my 3090, which has 24 gigabytes of VRAM. And the thing about Doom is it's not very efficient on the VRAM. So when you play that on a lower card, what ends up happening is that fills up and the game closes out when it maxes. So you needed like 10 gigs of VRAM or something like that to even run this. So I went back and I optimized all these textures. I lowered the res. Not just lowered the res, I redid a lot of them from scratch with low res in mind. So these are like custom tailored to look good and still be performance friendly. I've done quite a bit here on the optimization side, like even on the back end for some things with the game. I did a couple things to kind of consolidate things, and with that I used the bandwidth to add this extra detail, so it runs similar to the original game actually. Maybe a little bit worse, maybe not, I don't know. I haven't compared the two like directly in a proper benchmark, but I've done quite a lot here too. There's new rust textures, new tile, 90% of the textures have been done from scratch over again. I have animations. These terminals used to be completely static. I just added detail wherever, I could. Funny thing about these crates, that actually says liquid crate on it. For a lot of these, I couldn't read the text on the things that I was like upscaling. So I found this font that kind of looks like an alien font. So you never really know what it says until you kind of learn how to read it. But I thought that was cool. So I'm gonna take you through the game and I'm gonna show you on some of the things that I've done. There's still some issues here and there, like I gotta fix that flickering door. But for the most part, the game is very enjoyable. Like you can play through without much of an issue. There's places like this where I try to enhance the lighting. If you look up here, there's that fake lighting from the shadows that I did. I made this a lot more atmospheric going through this tunnel. And this texture has the parallax on it. A lot of textures too, like the mountains, which I'm very proud of. This is a texture that I've been painting for like 5 months. It started on Alphatia, and then I moved it here, I reused it, and started painting over it again, and it became this, and I'm very happy with it. It looks fantastic. So a lot of these are like retro sized now. It has that like chunky pixelation. I can show you here also, there's some more effects going on. I love the mud too. I thought I did a pretty good job on that. But we have this water shader. this thing looks awesome. I love it. It needs a little bit of tuning. Okay, I think I made the top water too transparent now. I just wanted to see what it looks like. I'm like, wow, that looks super cool. So I'll probably tune that back to how it was in vanilla after that. But you know, this is super cool. I have areas like this where I do alignment. I've redone this like maybe 4 times. And each time it gets a little better, which is pretty cool. You know, it's been worth redoing so I can learn and kind of get better at what I'm doing. I haven't been doing, like, I have no background in game development or anything. I picked this up this year and do it. And so I picked up Doom modding, and this has been super fun. I was gonna show you something. Oh wait, I passed it actually. So I also redid these doors. This is overblown. You can't really, I guess you could see it. But this was done from scratch pretty much. Not from scratch. I traced over the original. For a lot of these I trace over the original. Just so I can match it up proper, you know? I figure the best way to recreate something is to trace it. I've also... The blood effects have been redone. I made it a little bit more chunky, more nasty looking, I guess. I don't know. I kind of looked at the sprite artwork and I wanted to look more like the blood on the sprites. And I went a little too far. I think I know what I did wrong. Like, for a lot of this stuff, I kind of gotta go back and, you know, learn how to do it better, I guess. And I'm using too many colors. It looks more realistic than the stylized sprites. So I'm probably going to do a new iteration of that with less shading on it, and it should blend more. But when there's a lot of gore like this, it looks really cool. I love it. Let me make my way up here. And go down this way. You get a good look at the mountains here. This texture is everywhere in the game. So I figured this had to be super detailed and interesting to look at. And I tried to do that as much as possible. There's a new alien, like, goo pods. I don't know what to call it. It's nasty. Let me kill all these things here. I also have another one, like I have a pod texture here. The cool thing about this one, this was actually the original that I had made for this, and it was based off what was being used in the game, like traced over. And I decided to use the old one that I had scrapped for the pods. It kind of looks cool to have two.
She lives across the country. Shift has tons of stores to order from. Groceries from
I hate
Albertsons,
ads,
crafts from
man.
Michael's, even
I want
pet
to enjoy
supplies from
my
PetSmart. The
my
list goes
music.
on. So when we have long-distance movie nights, I turn to Shipt to get face masks, snacks, and everything else we need delivered to her and to me same day. Download the app or visit shipt.com. That's SHIPT.com.
Okay. Where was I? So yeah, the pods are super cool. I like them. I like the kind of contrast that they have. I should redo these rocks a little better. I gotta go back and hunt down all the themes too. I don't know why, but Photoshop has this thing with the pattern filter. Whenever I use the layer system, it will add seams to the side of things. And I always gotta redo them. I got most of them out for this build, but they'll come up here and there. Oh, cool thing about this texture, it looks very high res, but it's actually 64 by 64, and it's just tiled very, very well. And then I have the lighting on top of it. Like I gave it this effect that I don't know. I'm very proud of it. I'm what is it? I squeezed out quite a bit from this engine. Doom is not very efficient with the texture memory, so I try to do what I could. That sink looks really cool. I like that. So there's new fabric textures, all the specular stuff is done. Go here, look at our shotgun. I forgot you're supposed to pull this. Come on. You're dead. I really like these barrels too. I made them yellow. They used to be like brown, but I figured it didn't stick out enough. These are interactable. You want to smash them. You want to know where they are. So I did little changes like that. Not really a big deal, but I don't know, I felt like doing it. So I have some areas like here where, I gotta go back and figure out what the hell is going on there. Like, why is this sector this dark? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let me get this thing, if I can remember how. Come on. Motherfucker. There we go. Okay. I wonder if I could make that jump. I can. Cool. I should be playing with a crosshair. I take it off so I can see the artwork, and it's not a great thing for gameplay, but have stuff like the new crate that I did here. Oh. Come on. I thought I did a pretty good job on this. You know, all of the texture here, like that paint, that was all done by hand. I like the door here too. Like I did a little bit of a parallax on this. Really pops in your face. The new concrete too. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted in like the low res. It used to have this more like hand-drawn look to it, almost like Borderlands. It still looks good. I don't know, I might redo it at some point, but there we go, took care of that. Make our way here. I know that prod thing comes down. I always look down when I make big jumps. It's like an unconscious thing that I... Come on. Motherfucker. I should just run past. That's what I'm gonna do. Never mind. And here we go. So you have things like the walls. Maybe this can be less shiny. I don't know. I figured it looks like paint. I don't know. Everything has this kind of like grungy look to it. I decided to go with that instead of clean, since it's like alien invasion. I also... Where do you go? I try to do things like scratches on the boxes and stuff. And a little bit of damage. I gotta redo the handles. I got lazy and I did the shading wrong on the top one. The bottom one's okay. But I figured like, oh, I'll do that later. And then it never ended up changing. So there's still a lot of polished things that I gotta figure out. Come on. Okay. Okay. The gore looks really good when it's like clumped up like this too. Like when you really get into the action, I think that's where it makes the difference. Because you see the chunkiness. It's like a peripheral thing, but it feels good. It feels better. And that's kind of what I was going for. Let's just skip ahead here. I should be able to pick this up. We just move. Oh no. I got no ammo. I think I can pick some up here. Maybe not. Where is there ammo? Here? Oh god. Out of nowhere. Why do you have that much mobility? Okay. Goodbye. I gotta fix that normal map. Not normal, the bright map. It doesn't match. But you can see here, that's the original logo on the vending machine. It just said Grungus here. So I thought I'd like make a soda can out of the old one and then do something new there. I haven't touched these. I figured that's fine how it is. Got the new concrete here. I did redo the doors. This is traced over. You know, it's basically the original texture. I just sharpened it a bit and, you know, did some detailing on it. Some shading. Shading goes a long way. And even GZ Doom with its lighting. Because at a distance, I feel like it's where it really shows up when you do that kind of work. And you have places like this, you know, the stones. This all lines up. This is why I thought it was important to trace, because things like the stone here, this all needs to connect well. This is multiple textures, like kind of jumbled together. And it needs to be like this smooth transition. I still gotta figure out the dirt. It used to match up when it was in high res, and now I don't know if I messed up the scaling or something, but there's a little bit of a gap between that. Pistol upgrade. There's also places like here. You know, add a little curve to the waterfall. Just little things to make it a little more detailed. That's very satisfying. there's also new variety here. I have like a new kind of, I call it cave. Like it's a cave texture. But I use it on more than just caves. I thought what it needed most, because it uses the same 3 mountain textures everywhere. You know, the best thing you could do is like a little bit of variety, like for the ceilings and maybe some new rocks. And I do have new rocks. I don't think I've put them in this map. But they're there. It's dead. There's new wood. I went with like a shinier. I forgot. I don't remember where you get the civic pass. I'm just gonna no clip through the wall. So I can show you the room. Oh fuck. The burning room. There's stuff here like the new tile. Very detailed. I still gotta redo these. This one's a little annoying because it has like all these items on it. I do have one with a blank shelf that's redone. These are a little bit up-res. I gotta go back and like draw them out a little bit better. I try to just like kind of remake it and like pencil it back in. It came out okay. So go up here. Maybe I can't. Let me just take you into the last area here, because I don't want the video to get too long. There's also places like this that I mean, I gotta go back and do this in this new patch. It needs a little bit more work. But I tried to make this like a little more atmospheric. Like you're going through here, you walk through here. The first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna have to, is look up. This used to be all one texture. You're just looking at like kind of this flat space. I put some shape here and I used a few different textures to kind of like fill it out. You know, just things like that wherever I could. I kind of thought of how people would be playing the game. Oh, I think because I'm in like no clip mode, it's not taking me. There we go. It's like magic. What is this? Oh. How do I miss that, man? I feel like I could have made that. dude. Come on, dude. Fuck. Motherfucker. So this is the last level of the demo. I don't know, I guess here you get a good look at the concrete stuff that I did. The rubble texture. There's a lot of interesting stuff in the city also. But I still have to do those levels and make sure they're ready for the game. They've been done before, so I know what to do. It's just a pain in the ass whenever I redesign the game like that. Let me spawn this dude. Run over here. Dude. See, what I want to know is why I need to bring back my head because I can't see what's going on. Display. Show HUD. There we go. Okay, everything makes sense now. Wait, does that thing... I think it's just... Yeah, the shield's down. Okay. Free damage. Get some health here. Come on, dude. There's gotta be more ammo around. Maybe not. There is a missing texture there that I got picked. I'm not sure what that one used to be. That's a lot of ammo. Is he trying to run me over? I feel like he is. Maybe not. And that is the last level of the demo. Yeah, so there's no map 5 at the moment. I think if you do own the full game, it'll take you into map 5, but I still need to like realign the textures and things like that. So it is very late. I'm going to upload this. I hope you enjoyed. You know, this is just a little showcase. Spread the word. You know, I'm like a new modder. This is my first mod ever, so I appreciate anybody who shares this, anybody who you know, is just helping me out and, you know, putting the word out there for me. So thank you guys, and I will catch you later.